A stage to display one's talents. From the unforgettable moments.
Mankind has achieved his dream!
This is home.
On the biggest stage.
The boyhood dream! What did we just see? Daniel Bryan did it! The Miracle Kid!
To the greatest conflicts. From the biggest names. But this showcase is about a man. A man who became a legend.
A man named Stone Cold Steve Austin.
After learning his craft from gentleman Chris Adams, Austin would begin his career in 1989.
I've been very impressed by Steve Austin's abilities. He's showing that he has the potential to go a long, long way.
In 1991, the nation got their first glimpse of the future.
From Hollywood, California, 253 pounds, stunning Steve Austin.
Dominating, overpowering, arrogant.
When you bring two world-class athletes together and they mesh as one, you create an unbeatable machine.
And we will be unstoppable as a team. Count on it.
But despite his success, no one saw a superstar. And when injuries sidelined Steve, the future looked bleak.
Next day, I got a FedEx email, said I was fired. I was like, that kind of sucked.
Frustration took over.
There's nothing going my way because the politics kept the biggest potential superstar in wrestling on the ground.
Frustration turned to anger.
We're going to put the U.S. title on you, and then we're going to take you here, and then you're the #1 contender, so then you got this world title shot. Well, all that's never happened.
And anger created opportunity.
The ringmaster seems to really have it all. The size, the strength, the agility, the wrestling acumen.
Austin would enter WWE as the ringmaster, but wasted no time turning himself into a more ruthless character.
His peers dubbed him the ringmaster. I would suggest to you from the look on his face and his attitude, he's a stone cold if anything.
His moment was finally here.
It's on to bigger and better things after King of the Ring, after I win it all.
And nothing would be the same again.
Says I just whipped your ass. As the King of the Ring, I'm serving notice to every one of the superstars. They're all on the list, and I'm fixing to start running through all of them. Steve Austin's time has come, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Oh, wait a minute, look at that! Cheap shot! Oh, no! Stone Cold Stunner! Oh, come on! There you go. Come on!
Stone Cold is the best there is.
Before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and